So he's using his ability to fly together. Oh my gosh, animation! Hi everyone, I'm going to react to Demon Slayer Season 3, Episode 4. Thank you, Tokito. And last episode, the two upper rank demon, they showed up in the Soulsmith village. And then you have the upper four facing Tanjiro and Tokito and what's that boy's name? Genya. Facing them, and then he threw Tokito away, far away, someplace. Tokito was making his way back, but then he saw that Kotetsu was facing this demon by himself, and he was debating. Well, at first he was gonna just leave him there and go, but then he remembered what Tanjiro told him, and then he went back and saved Kotetsu. So yeah, that's where the episode ended. And before we get into this one, if you guys have my reaction, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and please consider supporting me on Patreon at patreon.com/family. And now let's start this episode. And here we go. You know, this episode title was "Thank You, Tokito," but I feel like Tokito was like the man. Like, his part of this episode was so minor. Like it's like Tanjiro and everybody else took most of the episode, and it was just like a little bit of Tokito. So I thought it was gonna be more than that, especially with the title being "Thank You, Tokito." I thought he was gonna do way more in this episode, but he didn't. So last episode when he saw Kotetsu with the demon, and then he decided, after remembering what Tanjiro told him, to help Kotetsu, and at first he sliced off. It was a demon fish. My goodness, I saw the vase on top of him, on top of it. After he sliced the head off, and the thing was still moving, and then I saw the vase, and I'm like, oh, it must be that Gyoko. It must be his doing and everything. I don't know if I thought that it was Gyoko, but either way, I knew it had something to do with him. So when Tokito slapped the fish's head off, but it was still moving, then he's like, okay, it must be the vase, and then he destroyed the vase, and then that's when the demon disappeared. And Kotetsu was so happy, and then he jumped on him, was thanking him, was crying and everything. I love Tokito's like facial expression that's just like blank. I don't know why. He sees Kotetsu doing all these things, and he just looking at him like, what is this? Like he can't possibly comprehend what the heck is going on. I don't know. I just love it. And as Kotetsu was telling him that Kanaminori, I don't know, another swordsmith. I think he was the swordsmith that Tokito was looking for. He said that he was the one that was supposed to. He was his swordsmith or something or other, that he was like asking Tanjiro, and Tanjiro they were about to bring him to what's his name? Haganeska, because they felt like they were both together or something or other like that. And that's when the Hantegu attacked last episode. So Kotetsu was telling him that this person was in danger, and then he also talked about Kaneska working on that sword, and that if he were to stop, that would just ruin the whole thing or something or other like that. So I'm guessing if you start working on the sword, you should not stop until you're done. I'm guessing that's what he means by that. And then he said that he was in danger, was asking for Kotetsu, what the frick, was asking for Tokito's help and everything. And that's when he started remembering something that the master was telling him. And then as he was remembering that, the way they were portraying it on screen, I'm like, I love the cloud thing. That's what I was saying, that I love the cloud thing. And as I was saying it, I'm like, oh, it must be a mist, because he's the mist Hashira. Because, you know, ever since they've introduced him, especially, I still remember, like, when they first showed like all the Hashiras, at the master's um home or whatever, and they were about to judge whether they should kill Nezuko or something or other like that. I don't know. The first time they showed the Hashiras. And then you keep seeing him like he looking at the skies and everything. And I'm like, why is this guy? Why does he feel like he's always has his head in the cloud or something or other like that? And then when he was having this memory, and then you have the mist all around, and I love how they portrayed that, because he basically shows, what I was thinking with that, with the mist all around the images, and the master was telling him that he was gonna recover his memories. So I guess he has lost his memories, and so everything is sort of like a haze when it comes to him, and that's why he also acts like that. Like if you don't have your memories and you don't really know what you've been through, then all those things, all those experiences cannot really affect your temperament, and all of that. So it makes sense why he will just be like there and not really displaying any kind of emotions. If you especially if you don't really remember what happened to you, So apparently he's forgotten something, and the master was telling him how he just need just a little bit, anything is gonna basically unravel his memories and stuff. And then he decided he was gonna help with Tetsu, and he was just carrying him, and then that was it. That was all we saw of Tokito this episode. And then we go to Tanjiro facing, what's his name, Urogi. I said last episode, as I was watching when they were splitting themselves, and then you see the one that has joy, and I'm like, okay, are there like each part, is it based on an emotion? And then I started googling how many emotions there are and whatnot. And in this particular episode, they basically stop at 4. You have joy, you have sorrow, you have pleasure, and then you have anger. Anger is the one that has the staff, and then you have pleasure is the one that has the sort of the fan, that blew Tokito away. Joy is the one that was flying, that was facing Tanjiro. And then you had pleasure was also facing Nezuko. You had sorrow facing Genya, and then anger was just standing there, just like barking orders and stuff. Now with Tanjiro, what the heck? Tanjiro facing Urogi. He was facing Urogi, and then Urogi was about to do his sonic attack, and he sliced his head off, and then he was worried that was gonna create even more, Urogis and stuff, demons or whatever. But there was just like these two mini joy entities that attacked him at once, but then they were weak and stuff. Excuse me. So he basically figured that they cannot split more than that. Like it's just gonna be the 4, and if they were to split into these mini cells, they're gonna be weaker and whatnot. So his thing was that he wanted to go back to Nezuko and Genya, and then he used this dude, man. He started running away. I feel like he always does that. He did the same thing, I believe, last season when he was facing, what's his name? Gyutaro. When he was facing Gyutaro, there was a point where he was running away from Gyutaro, and then he came someplace, and then he used something on him or something or other like that. I don't quite remember exactly what he got when he ran, wherever he was running to. He got something out of that, and then he used it against Gyutaro. I can't remember exactly what it was. And then he did the same thing here. He was making it seem like he was running away because he was scared of Urogi. But then when Urogi was about to attack him with his talons, he just turned around and he just like stuck his sword through the knees into the mouth, and then just basically like driving Kyutaro, not Kyutaro, oh my goodness, Urogi into the building where Nezuko and Genya were, and just like through the wall and into the room, and then he came at the right moment, because Nezuko, in the meantime, he was facing what's his name, the pleasure one who was called Karaku. She was facing Karaku, and then Karaku stuck his foot through her and everything, but then she just like kicked him up a kick with her foot, and then she like used her demon blood art on him, the fire and everything, and then she just twisted his arm off and then like cut his arm off, and I'm like, that's my girl, man. But then that's when what's his name, the anger one, Sekido, used his lightning and sort of like through her vocal cords and neck or whatever, and just pinned her to the ground. And that's when Tanjiro came in, and he saw that, and then he cut off Urogi's foot, and then when he was launching himself at Sekido, and then Sekido produced another staff and was about to sort of like stab Tanjiro, and then Tanjiro used the foot that he just cut off from Urogi, used that to stop the staff. And because these people were like all part of the same body, they were immune. I'm guessing they are immune to. Oh no, that doesn't. I was about to say I'm guessing that they were immune to each other's powers, but then again, Nezuko used Karaku's fan to like blow him away and everything. Well, that's a fan. Either way, it will stop the lightning. The lightning did not do anything to the foot. So knowing that, Tanjiro used the foot to get the staff that was stuck into Nezuko. He got it off. But before he did that, he sliced off the anger demon. He sliced off his tongue, because when you do that, you basically give yourself a little bit of time. But he recovered way too quickly, and then he was about to attack Tanjiro again. And in that moment, when he was about to attack, I'm like, okay, since Tanjiro saved Nezuko, then Nezuko was gonna save Tanjiro back, right? But then they did it in such a way that I thought that Sekido, I thought he actually hit Tanjiro, but then it wasn't until Tanjiro said that it stopped that I'm like, okay. And then they switched to Nezuko, and then Nezuko was holding the staff and everything, or was she holding Sekido? I don't know. Either way, she saved Nezuko. Oh my god, Tanjiro. Nezuko saved Tanjiro, and she was using her powers on Sekido, and then that's when Karaku came back, used his powers on them and pinned them all to the floor. And it seems like they went through the floor down there, and then it seems like they passed out, Now you have Genya. Genya was facing Aizetsu. He was facing Aizetsu, and Aizetsu stuck his whatever spear, I don't know what the weapon is called, stuck it into Genya. And Genya, I knew he wasn't gonna die, And Aizetsu said something about he couldn't like get his weapon back, or like he was stuck inside Genya. So I was like, oh, is this? Because I was speculating last episode when Tanjiro was asking him about his tooth that fell, and then but his teeth was all like back and everything, like nothing had happened. So I'm like, okay, did his tooth regenerate? And if he regenerated, does it mean that he has some kind of demon blood power inside of him or something or other like that? Because demons regenerate. And then this episode, the thing was stuck inside of him. So I'm like, okay, is that part of his power and stuff? But then the guy pulled the at first he shut off his head a little bit, but then he regenerated, and then the guy pulled his weapon out, and then he was just like gushing blood and everything, and you would think that he would die, but then he started mumbling something, and Isaiah said something about the Amida Sutra. I don't know what that is, but he basically sort of like made him feel better, and then he started attacking Aizetsu again. So I'm like, what exactly is up with him? There must be something that is up with him, because you can't just regenerate like that, like with Nezuko. She's a demon, okay? So when that guy stuck his foot through her and everything, she healed. But you have this person that's supposed to be just like plain human, and then he's able to, like, he's not dying from something that is like a fatal wound and all of that. So it's like there has to be something that's going on with him over there. So yeah. And then they showed the village, the Swordsmith's village, these demons that were that were attacking and everything. Was it all fish? Were they all fish demons? I think they were all fish demons. And then they have the vase on top of them, like each one of them. And then you see this crow that was talking, basically telling the female Hashira, I keep not remembering her name, Kanroji. Telling Kanroji to hurry up because the village was in danger, that she needed to save them and all of that. So they basically ended the episode with her about to jump in the fray. So I'm excited to see what she's gonna do. Even though during the intro they show a little bit of stuff of what they do, I chose not to pay particular attention to it when I'm watching the intro. So it'll be cool to see her like in full action. I'm assuming this episode there's gonna be a whole lot of her. So I'm looking forward to that. Now I was wondering whether, like, I wanted to look up Tokito's voice actor, because I feel like it sounded familiar to me as well. So I'm like, you know what? Let me look it up and see if I know any character that this voice actor might have. Kengo Kawanishi? What? I feel like I might know who this character is. Gen! He voices Gen from Dr. Stone. Oh, okay. Who is this? Naruto's hair is not like that, is it? What am I saying, Naruto? Is it because I have all these Naruto characters around alone? What is it? I feel like this character is from Boruto, maybe? I started watching Boruto like a long time ago. I got into it for like a few episodes, but I never went back and caught up with it. And I feel like is he or she or whatever. I feel like this character was in there as well. I feel like I know this character as well. I just can't remember exactly what show it was from. You seem familiar as well. This character right here seems familiar. I just don't know. Wow. I'm guessing I felt like his voice was familiar because of Gen. Because everybody else here seems like they're characters that I have no clue who they are. Apart from this one, I feel like I want to know which character he's from. Chainsaw Man. Oh, I don't watch Chainsaw Man. Dr. Stone Ryusui? Huh. I haven't started watching the latest season of Dr. Stone, so I'm guessing that's where this. Oh, wait. Oh, you have the title of the show and then the. Okay. My brother is so into Blue Lock. I haven't seen that either. Good. Okay. Oichiro. Roland Fortis. Tokyo Revengers. I didn't watch that show either. I heard about it. Fire Force. That must be where I knew him from. Yeah, it must be. Not that must be where. Like when I saw the character, I'm like, this character seems familiar to me. So he was from Fire Force. Okay. I only saw the first season of Fire Force, so I need to catch up on that as well. Seiya? Okay, that's another show. I'm like, when I saw Seiya, I'm like, is it from Saint Seiya? Food Wars. I started watching it, but then I was not into them just losing their clothes and being naked when they tasted something that was so sublime or whatever. I was not into that, so I'm like, let it pass. Naruto Shippuden. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Okay. Wait a second. He was in Prince of Stride. Aoishima. What character is that in Prince of Stride? Because I reacted to Prince of Stride as well. Aoishima. I'm trying to remember exactly what role he played in there, but I'm like. Boruto? Okay. He was in Haikyuu too? Shigeru Yaiba? Do I know this? I should know this character, right? Because I love Haikyuu. Wait, is he, what's his name's best friend? Backup setter and pink server. Oh, okay, I guess that was wrong. Because when I was looking at him, his face like that, he reminded me of, oh my gosh, my mind. Haikyuu. Yeah, when I was looking at him, I was reminded of Sugawara. A little bit. But they said that he was part of his team, Oikawa's team. And I'm like, I know Oikawa has someone that he was close to, so I'm like, what is this? And I'm wondering if that was the person. But then I don't want to go into it any further. I need to go back and watch Haikyuu, man, because I miss it. Okay, well, from what I can tell, I don't really know anybody else that he's voiced. So the people that I know for sure that he voiced is Gen. So he must be reminding me of Gen, I guess. Oh yeah. And then now to look at some comments. Because I feel like last episode when I was looking at the comments, some of the comments made me talk about things that I might have missed, There's not really anything else to talk about in this episode, so let's look at the comments and see. No. I enjoyed the episode, but I feel like this one was too short. I feel like Tanjiro just completely forgot about sun breathing in this episode. I guess. And this felt like a 2-minute episode. Another week of suffering commences. I think Genya has discovered the infinite ammo glitch. What's that? The infinite ammo glitch? Finish this in 4 seconds. I'm just thinking how basically Tanjiro fought an upper rank, got into a coma for 2 months, and immediately after waking up encountered another upper rank. Yeah. Unlucky. Would you say he's unlucky? Or he's lucky because he's getting stronger by facing all these upper rank demons like back to back? I mean, Tanjiro getting smarter and smarter every fight. I'm seriously wondering if I should stop watching so I can binge it. Oh, yeah. All I can hear when Genya talks is Bakugo. I know! I feel the same way. I feel the same way. Like when I hear him talk, it's like Bakugo. Mitsuru just casually smiling while yelling about how much danger everyone is in. Mitsuri? Was that the girl Hashira? Just casually smiling while yelling about how much danger everyone is in. I feel like it must be the girl Hashira. I already wrote Kanuroji, so I'm not sure if it must be her name, right? I think they said her full name during the episode, but I don't remember. Kanuroji Mitsuri. Yeah, okay. So it is her. Genya has the absolute dog in him. I freaking love watching Nezuko kick. Yes. There's no way y'all can be mad at CGI fish. Now imagine Genya with a machine gun. Oh my goodness. Genya, the typical American. Oh, for real? Are those words demonic? Sad. At least now he can die. Genya chanting demonic words. Are those those demonic words? The something sutra? Amida Sutra? Huh. That is so accurate. That is so accurate. Genya and Tanjiro remind me of Bakugo and Deku. Oh my goodness. So true. Me waiting patiently for Genya to hurry up and eat a demon? Huh? I was about to... And here I was praising. Well, last episode, I was praising Crunchyroll for how they have the marketing spoiler and you have to click on it before you actually read it. And then these guys just basically ruined the thing for me. I'm like, what the freak? So I guess I should stop reading these things, man. It was so good while it lasted. But now I've been spoiled what happens to him. So the guy eats demons? Is that why he's not able to die and his teeth grew back up and all of that? Ugh, Mimi. Okay, this is the last time that I'm reading this. Last time I'm reading this comments for sure. Thank you guys for watching, and if you like this reaction, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and if you want to see my reactions on this episode, you can do so by checking out my Patreon at patreon.com/feelingmeaning, and you can also see the full length of this reaction there as well. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Vi crecer en Saturno, viven los hijos que nunca tuvimos.